squares.
Look, you got 3, 2, go.
I hate when this happens. We feeling so much good. Well, deer in headlights. Welcome back, everybody, to the Clarissa Yvonne Show. You're watching your girl and your favorite host, Clarissa Yvonne. Of course, it's the Clarissa Yvonne Show. Happy Black History Month. I hope you all had a grand and lovable Valentine's Day. I'll tell y'all what my Valentine's Day was later. But anyway, aside from that, whatever it is you're doing, stop it and come and sit and watch us. And of course, guess who we have with us? Our girl. Why does this happen to me all the time? Why? Help me!
Are you being gentle?
I am.
Well,
there you are. There she is, everybody. Andrea LB from Detroit Hot Radio. Woo! Oh, my God. And, of course, we have a special guest that came to sit with us on the Clarissa Yvonne Show podcast living room. We have Denise Davis. Can stop clapping now. We have Denise Davis and the Motor City Sensations.
How are you?
Welcome, Denise.
Thank you.
You have a familiar face. I meant to tell you that before we started.
Well, my face is everywhere, so you probably seen
I know
us.
I've seen you before. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for coming to sit and talk with us.
You're welcome.
If you see the 1,000 listings of venues where she performed, most likely you have seen her.
You are a very busy woman.
Busy.
Yeah.
So,
I've been blessed by the best.
So let's get right into it. So Denise Davis and the Motor City Sensations. Tell me about that.
Well, actually,
Start from the beginning.
Oh Lord. Okay, that's a story. That's a story and a drink. You know. Actually, I started performing professionally in 2009 at the Raven Lounge.
Okay.
5 female girls. Group called Leilani.
How was that though?
It was
when
fantastic.
you were females, because women can't work together.
Personalities, you know.
Okay.
Except for you and I.
You live to learn with it.
Okay.
Learn to live with it. But we started as a 5-girl group. Mm-hmm. Got down to 4, got down to 3, got down to 2. Stayed 2 for a long time. The dynamic duo. And then she dropped out, and it was a tale that said, she's gonna fail now. No, I can't fail.
You never gave up.
Never gave up. So what happened? I went to Jerry Zonka, a WDIV producer, who reinvented me.
Wow.
Yes, Jerry Zonka. So he said, hey, he's a media consultant, professional that works with a lot of bands. He said, listen, let's affiliate you with the Motor City. How can we do that? So Motor City Sensations was developed. He said, you need a name that's going to stand out there. He said, what's your name? I said, Cynthia Denise Davis. He said, here you go, Denise Davis. So that's how the name came about, Denise Davis and the Motor City Sensations.
So it all worked out. You didn't need them heifers no way. See, that's what I'm saying. There's always a heifer that cause these type of problems.
Lord.
So what is your schedule? So like for 2020, like I don't even know where to ask. We got 30 minutes with you. So what is your outlook for 2020? Like what is your schedule like for spring and summer?
Well, actually, it started out like, okay, well, my first gig is March 14th. And then all of a sudden, boom, I got 42 gigs already. And it's just...
Awesome.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yeah, 42 gigs already.
Wow.
All over the Midwest. Allen Park, Southfield, Traverse City, Owasso, Yale. I'm going back and forth like this.
See, I have to make... See, I have a work schedule. Some of y'all know what I do. That may prevent me from seeing these wonderful people, but I definitely need to make a point out to come and look at these performances because I really feel like the interviews don't do any justice. I feel like I'm missing out on something spectacular.
I've been trying to get you, but of course, your 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, them.
Them.
We just gonna call them them. Okay. I have to work around that.
There's nothing like seeing someone live.
No.
The YouTube videos, I hate them. I can crush them.
Do no justice.
It does no justice, especially the ones from the cell phone. But if you can get a good professional video like mine from JB Visuals, then they'll pop out.
And that brings us to this. So we had to get this in here. She's one day we were at Aretha Jazz Cafe. She's sitting there. Look at my video. Look. I'm looking like, dang, that look real good. I said, you got to send that to me. So so I'm reinventing within Detroit Hot Radio with different departments. Just for our local entertainers. It's not just for the original artists. So anyone who does a professional video is on Detroit Hot Television. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, great.
Well, Bill Borenstein from Motor City Casino talked about me so bad one time. He saw one of my videos. Yeah, he's the entertainer guru of Vegas and Motor City Casino.
And you put his name out there.
I did.
Yes, you did.
See, that's what it's all about.
He talked about me so bad. He says, that video, don't do this, and you looking like this. And I said, okay, I'm going to fix you the next time. So I started reaching out. JB Videos, Dawson Studios, Carlos O'Banion, Skywalker, all of those guys kept fixing me up. TP Studios, they was fixing me up. And I'm like, you got to keep tweaking till you find the right people that can capture what you're looking for.
You do. Ooh, yeah.
So let's go ahead and show her video. I'm not going to give the title, but let's you guys go ahead and take a look.
Okay, well, so this is a video of Denise Davis and Motor City Sensations. Let's go!
Yeah, you in there. You gonna
snap. This video actually captured my band.
So I guess we're gonna see.
I want you.
They're supposed to show the whole
the right way. I want you, but I want you to.
This is cool too. I guess we just have to talk through it.
We don't want to talk to her. We want everyone to see it.
I know.
Just like I want
It's not on the screen by itself.
No.
Oh, Nancy.
That's all right.
Nancy.
Technical difficulty. We have to take a drink.
We love you, Nancy.
But I want you to want me to.
Here comes Nancy, everybody. We get naked up in here, for real.
Just like I want you. I haven't returned.
My feelings involved, on my way, I might go to the moon and back for you like Michael. You keep me balanced, you like my
like
tightrope.
that.
The streets is
YT.
cold, I'm
I
holding you
really
like a
like
tightrope.
that.
If
That
this
is my
relationship
son.
fail, we in the same
That's
boat.
your son.
That's my son. Me always
YT.
being coach.
Wow.
We drunk in love, I got a lot on my entree. Some things are better
Awesome.
unsaid, now that's Beyonce.
Oh, handsome song.
I like this. And look at
Gotta
you.
learn how to put the past behind me, go through our
He's
tribulations
good.
together.
I swear I sleep under a rock because I don't see any of these people.
We give each other strength, I got the power. Now I want you like Marvin.
So guys, you're saying Denise Davis in the Motor City Sensations. You can check her out on Detroit Hot Television, Facebook.
Put the knife in the cake. Our bonds grow every time she get farther
I
away.
want you the right way.
I like that.
You,
I like that sound.
but I want you to want me to.
My husband say he's gonna get in at that time.
Love me, baby.
Yeah.
Just like I want.
That's your husband right there? That is so cute. I love that.
I haven't returned, but I want you to want me to. I want you, love me, baby, just like I want you. I haven't returned. My name is Cynthia, but they call me Blondie. I'm better known as the one.
What?
So fine.
Wait a minute! What just happened?
I see this freak with all my fans, and when I clap my hands and I stomp my feet, I
Wait a minute,
jump to the
wait a
sound
minute,
of the
listen.
sequence beat. I wave my hands in the air. I wave them like I just don't care. Like a Ginger Rogers and a Fred Astaire. My main man, Yogi Bear. When I hit my task and I rest my task, I jam to the sequence beat. I can move my body like I move my hands. I sure can move my feet. I'm a supersonic, I'm a 3X tonic. When I'm not down, I'm up. And when I get real hungry, I run to the store to get my Reese's cup.
That's like
Every time you know the words to my song, you just song them.
Sweet and honey.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, that's special.
Super fine, one of a kind, to shock your mind. You can ring my bell all through the night. You can rock my body to the early
She took me back to the
Don't
80s.
my bills
Right.
please if you cannot fulfill my needs. And I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me to. I want you, love me, baby.
I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, are looking at this. I have to give Denise big kudos for this video.
Who wouldn't want you? Who wouldn't want you?
I know. She got to entertain a crowd.
Oh, wow.
But I want you to.
I am totally missing out. I'm totally missing out. For real. I am totally missing out.
Love me, baby.
And that was shot right out there in Belle Isle. Yep. And the little guy that was shooting it, he was doing the camera like this. I'm like, what is this?
What's he doing?
And you know what? Every time I see the videos of our local artists recording at Belle Isle, I don't know, for some reason, I can just imagine a boblo boat going past in the background.
Yes. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Oh my gosh, that would blow my mind.
Yes.
Oh,
That
guess
would be
what?
nice.
That'll be happening soon.
Do you have a secret for us?
Yes, she does. She knows everything.
Yes, I do.
That was
on the
Denise
board.
Davis.
Yes, Denise Davis and the Motor City Sensations.
Clappers.
I love them.
Look, she didn't think I knew her song.
I
I know everybody.
I'm flattered.
love that.
Thank you.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen. I have been sleeping under a rock.
Oh,
Just come out and talk to people and work. That's all I do.
Yeah.
You gotta
I'm
get
sorry,
out.
dear.
No, go ahead and finish because you were getting ready to tell a secret.
Oh, it's not about me.
That's okay.
But it is in the planning for Detroit
Or
entertainers.
can you not say?
It is in the planning for Detroit entertainers. I've been brought on to help the reconstruction of the Buffalo Boat.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And my important job is to bring you guys on for entertainment.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That would just bring tears.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
That would bring tears. We just can't throw people overboard.
I keep saying, don't sleep on me. I have.
No, we
Don't
be
sleep
watching
on
when
me.
we watching.
Yeah, but y'all don't say nothing.
We ain't got to
So
say that.
I need to know who's on my team so we can all work together. No one likes to work together no more. I don't know why.
We have
I
this
do when I'm
conversation
saying that, I
all
do know
the time.
I know, but I do know why. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Me and Clarissa are the prime example. Y'all need to be watching us.
We be watching.
She is the most. It's just like I'm watching. It's just like I'm watching and working with myself when I'm talking and working with her. And it's so easy. She is so sweet, kind. She thinks about all of our guests.
And Purdy.
Yes, she is. Thank you. She is. So she's always talking about me. So no, today is about you too.
Oh, thank you.
So, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Divas at its best.
I appreciate you more, and that's why I don't understand why women, especially women, can't work together, because I just don't get the whole jealousy thing. I don't get the whole.
I don't either.
I don't have that gene. I wasn't born with that gene. I just.
No.
Well, a lot of people.
I
have
get joy
haterism.
I get joy out of seeing women just beat this whole system of being a mother, being an entertainer, a writer, or whatever you do for a living. Mm-hmm. I just get joy out of seeing the success, the success of it all. And I just don't get why that's such a problem. What do you think the problem is, Denise? What is your outtake on why women cannot get it together? Because as Detroit, this is my hometown. There is no reason why we shouldn't be bigger than what we are.
We should be bigger. And, well, musically, I can speak for myself. I know that I got haters. And there are a lot of women who haven't
whatever
even...
happens.
You know, and they, you know, it used to hurt, you know. But there are people who have never sat down and talked to me.
See,
don't know what I'm thinking and how I'm thinking, and you know, and
you said it.
You know, I make sure when I go to the clubs and I'm going out and about and supporting my other friends who are artists all the time. I pay my way. I paid, you know, Obi King got a show. I paid for my ticket. You know, I don't ask to get in free. But when I go around, I make sure I'm clean. I make sure I can support. I buy food. I buy my drinks, you know, and do, you know, just sit back and lay in the
That's
cut.
because you have confidence in yourself.
I do.
When you don't have confidence in yourself and you're insecure about yourself, you're gonna be the opposite. You're gonna always want something for free. You're not gonna want to support, you know. But you'll sit there just to be nosy or just to criticize. But you'll never be there and here.
Or they may come to your show just to see what you're doing, so they can go and copy what you're doing. Because I have literally been in a lounge and heard my whole show that somebody else is doing.
Stop it.
Yes, I have.
Song for
Stop
song.
it.
Yes. Song for song.
So that means you're doing something right.
Well, what they do is that they see that your show is working for you.
Unbelievable.
They see that your show is working, so they don't want to do the legwork.
Who don't want to be original? Why do you want to be like somebody else?
Right. There is no such thing as legwork in being original.
Well,
You got to know yourself.
Are we really that lazy?
yes,
You got to know what you like and put together what you like, not what someone else is doing.
All of the artists around here locally have something different to offer to the music business. We all do something different, you know.
Yes.
Whether I mean Gary Spears, you know, he sits in a chair and sing all night. And I'm like, who does that? But he does it so well. I'm like, shoot, I need to do that. I'm doing something wrong, you know. So I give a huge shout out to him. I mean, being an entertainer and a vocalist is really, really hard, because some people can sing, but they're not entertainers.
True.
You know, but to hate on somebody else's success, that's like really unbecoming of a musician or a vocalist, because you always want to see your friends and your constituents succeed and get up higher.
Well, you would think so. You would think so, but you know, I struggle with this every day. I mean, no matter how many books I read, no matter how many times me and Andrea have these late night conversations, or I'm having conversations with my other friends, and it's no answer. It's just simply no answer. But we're gonna spring on a starting shit topic with you. You ready?
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I like starting shit.
Since it's Black History Month and entertaining,
You know I would stir something.
Yes.
so something came across not too long ago. So, do you think women can have more than one husband?
Yes.
You do.
Told you.
Yes.
I told you.
Come from the
I
what?
told you.
What?
Look,
Why do you?
I know my friends.
Yes,
She
they
can sing. She's an entertainer, and she's a freak.
Yeah.
I told
She's
you.
all that.
Oh, girl.
Player.
But you know what? I didn't know that was such a big thing in the African culture. Not the men having more than one wives, but women have more than one husband.
I don't know about that.
well,
No, it is the other way around.
But there is some cases.
There are some. I didn't read about that one.
Yes, there is. But she's like insanely rich. She's like a billionaire, and she has more than one husband. I wish I had brought that story, but I ran across that article not too long ago. So why can't we have more than one husband?
Well,
I'm thinking about.
different cultures allow you to be able to have more than one spouse. Now, on the woman's side, I'm not going to say that legally we can have that, but in my mind, we can have two husbands, because it's like you having a side piece.
I got a couple work husbands.
Yeah, you know, they all do the same thing, or they might
Scoundrels
do.
don't even buy me lunch.
Then they're not your husband.
They're not.
Exactly, no.
They're not.
But there is it's the analogy that this man right here can do what other men can't do.
And what is that?
Multiple things.
Well, they're just like. Well,
Okay, take out the garbage. Get hard.
Okay.
Listen to my problems. Just let me ramble when I come home from work. Let me just dump on you about what the heifers did to me at work. Why can't they all do that? That's not hard work.
No
Is
man.
it?
No
To them
man.
it is.
No man. Right. No man wants to hear a woman nag
No.
about their problems.
Or they may do
or
like
something
mine
they
do.
want you to do. Want them to do. No, they don't want to hear it.
They may do like mine do.
What, go to sleep?
Be listening, but still got the cell phone in his hand or the remote. You know, he be
Talking
listening.
about, yeah, baby.
He's listening.
I know. That's
Like,
some
and I'm like,
bullshit.
can you
Yeah.
No, it's going in
I
one.
get
No,
it.
it's going
Yeah.
in one ear and out the other ear.
Yeah.
I like,
Yeah.
can you pay attention?
Yeah, I'm listening. I heard you. Yeah. Oh,
But yeah,
yeah, baby.
I really believe that we can have multiple men in our lives that gives us this one big baggage. And I love that. I love having different men in my life that gives me everything that I need.
Okay, so
I'm
I don't want to be
different.
I'm
just different.
disrespectful
I
to
can't.
you, but are you married?
I am.
You are married. Okay, so no, I'm not going to.
But I always have men in my life.
No, we need more time for this. What I'm about to ask, because this. Okay,
No
so
holds barred here, people.
okay, so this question I've been wanting to ask for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. So I know, like, some of y'all gonna like hit me up and be like, "Bitch." But anyway, I gotta ask. So, is it really that taboo and that bad to see a married man?
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Now, me personally,
I'm not answering that question.
me personally, no, I just would not set out to just see a married man.
Correct.
But we are placed in situations.
What if he's unhappy?
But why is it so damn such a big Oh no!
Right, I know. Why is that?
Because
thank you.
Because the women on the other side of the fence don't understand. Because, like for me, I've been the cheatee and I've been the cheater, so I know.
So you know both sides.
I know both sides. Now, at the age that I am now, would I do it again? No.
Right.
But 99% of the time, the men are not telling you
what's
that
going
they're
on.
married from the rip. They're not telling you this.
Or they're giving you short stories of the marriage.
Well, I never heard a short story, but they never tell that they're married. And he spends so much time with you that you
don't even know.
You can't tell he married because he always with you. What kind of wife got you at home where you can just go when you want to and stay out all day and all night and all day with me? You know what I'm saying? So
he's not happy.
No, he's not.
Or do you think they have an open relationship and they're just not?
They don't have open
and guess what?
But if his time is always with you, you have to wonder, like, do she not know,
She
like,
knows.
you're missing?
She don't care.
She don't care.
Exactly.
Why don't she care, though?
She might be getting
She's
them
not
perks.
satisfied. Right. She may be doing it herself, too.
Exactly. She might be getting perks or something.
I mean, married men hit on me. They do. I mean, but me, I'm not that. Be like, you're married. I mean, but if it's somebody I love and respect, I'm definitely not gonna be that side chick. I'm not dirty. I'm not that. But I laugh it off because I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? And you know I don't want you. You know, and you know it can never be. And you are married. But you are cute. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, the thing is
you are
that
fine as hell.
Once you get into the relationship with a married man, you're so far into it that you're like, oh, I done found out he's married. What do I do now? You're like, well, I was getting diamonds, pearls, jewelry, frocks, furs. I'm going to keep this going. You know.
I think women need to realize that it's never going to be forever.
It's not.
It's not going to be forever.
Well, I can tell you, they are not going to leave.
Can I get a caller in for that? Could it last forever?
Can seeing a married man last forever? As We Lay wasn't written for no reason, and neither was Mrs. Jones. So we need to hear from you. Yeah, I brought it up, and I'm going to really bring that out. I'm going to really do a full show on that because I don't know why people scream and holler the moment they hear about cheating or the way I put it. You know, is it really that bad to see a married man? I don't know why that's such a big shock when y'all know.
Well, a lot of women.
I just say no. I won't say that.
I think for single women don't want married men. I think we just want to play the game just like they do. We don't want you. I said this before. We really don't want you.
But some people can't play the game.
You can't. That's not always a game.
It is a game.
It's not. It's not always a game.
It's a game because that person would never be yours.
It's a
That's
game.
not true either.
I need some soap opera music up in this.
That is not true.
So you think it's possible?
Yeah.
What do you think, Denise? You say no?
I say no.
We're going to continue this conversation. You got to come back here for us to continue. I'm serious. We're going to talk about this for a full hour.
Oh, Lord.
I'm serious.
You don't want me to talk about that situation.
I mean, well,
I've been on the fence before. I mean, you know.
We can have, I just discovered we can have two husbands.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And we can have
and men can have two wives.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
But Andrew not playing the second wife.
No, you got to be first, baby.
Yep.
You first.
Wait a minute. The second one, I think, gets the most.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. We out of time. Damn it. You should have stayed for an hour. Listen, y'all. This is Denise Davis.
Yes,
Andrea LB. We got 30 seconds left. Last words, real quick, Denise.
I am the 2018 Entertainer of the Year for the Detroit Black Music Awards, and I am on the official ballot for Best Vocalist, Best Live Performance, Best Band for the Detroit Music Awards 2020. Hey.
Yay.
Andrea.
Yes, ma'am.
Last words.
Oh.
I'm going to bring you your own theme song.
Just love each other and be kind. That's all I got to say.
Wow, we didn't get a call in. What's up with that?
That's all right. We don't need
We
the
got
Clarissa
haters.
Yvonne show, everybody.
We got haters.
That's all right.
Oh my goodness.
We got haters.
Oh my God. You should have stayed longer. Oh my goodness. I was kidding. I'm gonna get some soap opera music for your behind.
Can they hear? Can they hear?
All right. Y'all
I
ready?
feel better.
It's time to start the show.
Okay. Let me turn this down.
This your headset.
I know she was gonna pay for that.
We feeling so much good.
We are back. Good evening, everybody. This is Clarissa Yvonne, and of course, you're tuning in to the Clarissa Yvonne Show. And whatever it is you're doing, I'm sure it's not as nearly as exciting as sitting down and talking to me. And of course, my co-guest, my co-host, my angel, Andrea LB, from the one that I can never pull up her graphic. That girl right there. There she is. Andrea LB from Detroit Hot Radio. Ooh. And of course, she has brought a beautiful young lady to our podcasting living room. The sky is the limit, Sky Covington, everybody.
Peace, everyone. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We had a really good conversation
I know.
out there, and I was like, we're going to have to pull back because we got so much to talk about. This one we got for a complete hour, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know some of y'all got better things to do in your hour, like look at your boring spouses, look at your boring TV shows. But y'all need to sit right here because it's getting ready to get real tonight on the Clarissa Yvonne Show with Sky Covington and, of course, Andrea LB. So, Queen.
Yes.
You're a songwriter. Mm-hmm. You're a singer.
She's amazing.
She is amazing.
Thank you.
Multiple nominations. 18 years performing Billie Holiday, the Billie Holiday Review.
Yeah, well, we just did our 20th anniversary.
Oh, my
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah, 18 years. Yeah, we just, the 2 years just like popped up. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On that. And I can't wait to hear about this Hug Detroit Day.
Hug Detroit Day, yes.
Did you come up with that?
I came up with it with a friend.
Okay.
We were having a powwow.
Okay.
and we were saying that we needed to do something. This was before all the development happened. Well,
Right.
it was already happening. We just didn't know it was happening.
Right.
Well, we knew it was happening. We just didn't know how well it was going to
How it's
happen.
going to do. Right, right.
And we were saying we need to do something for our city. And we said we should hug Detroit. Ha ha ha. We just laughing. Me, when I get an idea, I just go.
You run with
I don't
it.
wait. I don't wait for any of my ideas to be like on the shelf. So I ran, and I'm like, okay, well, the festival is coming up at such a date. Well, Zion Penn, I have to say his name, even though he's salty with me. Yeah, he's salty with me. It's okay because I love him, but I have to always say that it was him and I, our idea, and then so that's where it started. I'll just say that.
Well, how about where you started? Where did Sky start?
Yeah. Well, we started the Hug Detroit with an idea, and I was going to do the Hug Detroit Day Festival, but we couldn't use festival because the city doesn't really like you to use festival.
It's
too
a lot
much.
of red tape when
Yes.
you're doing a festival.
So I said,
I
well,
remember a time it wasn't so much red tape.
Yeah.
yeah, well, we said I was going to do a block party. Well, this was because a lot of my people, they call and they always want me to do stuff for free. All the time, every day, always, everything. I said, well, I would do one festival, a free festival every year, and we could all come together. And this was definitely a fantasy. Everybody can volunteer.
Now you know.
Everybody. This will be a thing where if whatever you wanted to do for the community, this would be the day to do it. It didn't really pan out that way. So I would put my little pennies in the penny bank, and I did this thing. But Sheila Hale, the president of Everett's Natural Hair.
Yeah, I know that name.
Yes, I perform also with her husband, Phil Hale. She was doing another black party because Camp Cotts Festival. She was doing it, and it was called With Just a Little Love.
Okay.
And I'm telling her about at a jazz jam we were talking, and she said I'm doing a thing called With Just a Little Love, and Hug Detroit. With just a little love, and that's how that would happen. So the first year we were over on Iron Street. It was this big, huge abandoned building.
She's still over there?
Yes, she's still over there,
Okay.
and we prayed for that building to be demolished because that building, we had so many things happen because we couldn't use that area because the building was in the way,
Right.
and we had to use all of this yellow caution tape and all that. Well, we prayed. I'm telling you, the power of prayer. We prayed for that building to be gone, and next year they demolished it.
Really?
So, yeah, they demolished it. So we had the whole lot where that building used to be. That's where we would have our festival,
Okay.
where our black party. And
Somebody's phone going off.
yeah,
I know that's not a phone call, but anyhow.
and so that's how it was born. I mean, we would do so much work for the community, and we also decided to do a backpack drive. So it became a backpack drive and a Hug Detroit festival, and everybody would be hugging. And it now fast forward to our state Isaac Robinson getting elected and helping us talk to the. No, he didn't really help us talk to him because we would always invite the city council to our events, always. And we got there one day and we had our little speech, and she was like, Sky Covington, you always send me all of these emails and press releases, and you've been inviting me. And she said, I'm so proud of you and everything. And we said, yes, thank you, President Council. We love you, and we just want to have this event. It's for the people, and we just need you to write off on it. She would say yes. So she wrote off 2018. She wrote off, and it was a citywide holiday.
Wow.
Well, yeah, it's a citywide holiday after. Yep. And so now it got bigger because Vanguard over on West Grand Boulevard, we moved it. It was the Bees 2018 we thought they were bees, but they were wasps. And yeah, I got bit that day. A lot of our peers got bit.
Ouch.
My mother, we usually acknowledge her birthday on
you
that
mean
day.
the area off of Jefferson?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Remember
I know
that day?
Yes, I remember it was a whole bunch of
And
bees that day.
it was like we
Yeah.
could not breathe because it was so many wasps. But so we tried to get that thing removed, the wasp, which we thought it was a beehive, but it wasn't. It was a wasp. And they said, well, you're going to, at the end of the year, you're going to have a problem every year. So, but that particular year, it was so, it was a lot. It was just, it was the worst year all over the world. It was just the worst year. And so we wanted to move it. So we moved it at the Tangent Gallery and at the Vanguard. So we have 3 streets over in the Black Bottom Hastings Street area. So it's gotten, 3 streets of Hug Detroit. And we're, ultimately, we want Woodward to I-75. We want that whole area to be Hug Detroit.
That would be
That
so,
would be so awesome.
Yeah.
awesome.
And so we're like, we got about 4 streets to go for
Got a
the
lot of work to
permission.
do. Yeah.
But this year it's going to be even bigger because the Vanguard Community Development Center, they have a big project going on over there too that I don't think I'm supposed to talk about, but Lisa Tucker and all that. But yeah, they're doing something huge in that area, and we're a part of it now. Yes.
Please keep us posted.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Hug Detroit, that is a
Hug Detroit
just the title
yes.
alone is just so alluring, and I'm like, wow, I am
Yes.
like so on board with
Yes.
this.
Well, I have a question for you, Sky.
Okay.
Someone wants to know, how long have you been performing overall?
I have been performing overall since 6 years old in the junior choir, at Westside Unity Church, and then I joined the drama school at Westside Unity Church. Ruby D and her husband, they sponsored it, and I started acting and writing plays, and then I moved to New Orleans, where I call it jazz boot camp.
Wow.
And I
Interesting.
started out as a poet first and a playwright, and I used to do a lot of one-woman shows. I also was noted to do like nude poetry, and this was way back.
Wow.
I used to shave my head bald. And yeah, I was like kind of like way out there. I was like way out
That's
there.
awesome.
And but then just gravitating into the woman, and I just didn't have to take my
You're
clothes
just
off
an
anymore.
artful woman. That's just
Yeah.
art.
So the cultivation of that from 6 to getting my first paid gig at Bomax in Detroit, which was demolished some years ago, almost like 20 years ago. I got my first check. Well, my first pay was $20. I forgot what I spent it on. But professionally, from that point at Bomax to now, it's been about 27 years.
Wow.
Wow, congratulations.
And let
on
you know
that.
that was a question from Alfred Lloyd Jones.
Oh, hey,
And he says you've been a great encouragement for him.
Oh, thank you. He always he's the muse. He always inspires us. Thank you, Mr. Lloyd.
How sweet. Well, you know what? Through the course of the show tonight, I am encouraging all of you to call in to give your feedback or just ask us questions or get to know Sky. You can reach us at 248-951-8950. Please call in and ask us anything. Andrea, what do you want to share or elaborate about Sky?
Oh no, she's just a free spirit person.
I see
And
that.
yeah, and it just always touched me because every time I walk in the room, she calls me queen, and it kind of shocked me because I never interact with a person like that. So when she used to call me queen, I just never knew what to say. Other than
Really?
yeah, and then I started calling her queen back.
Right, right.
And it's just to me, it's a different culture type of thing, just to call another sister queen. And the more I've got involved in the industry, it take me to different personalities and different cultures, that things that other people do, and it just makes you to not only respect, but to embrace it and take it in and learn a lot about another person. And I remember reading about the Bomax, and I'm like, dang, and it's so crazy. Sometimes I sit and think about all the entertainers that I meet, but with you, it was like, wow, that long. I wonder how old she is. I don't know why that question came out in my head, because she doesn't look like it.
You
and when I saw,
you seem to be very young.
When I saw her gorgeous, she is so photogenic. You would not believe the pictures I've got of her, and I'm like, this is just so awesome. I've seen pictures with her with her afro out here.
I saw that picture.
Gorgeous, and her when she shaved her hair and it's blonde, like we've been talking about earlier.
Yeah, the
so
blonde.
sexy, and just something like that. Because I'm telling you, some of you women, you beautiful dark skinned women, stop dyeing your hair blonde because they just don't look right. That don't look right. I'm telling you, it really don't. But on some women, it's beautiful on her.
Thank you.
It really is. And
well, initially it was because I wanted to stand out, but now it's America with our black sisters. We don't feel comfortable because we don't know where we come from. We don't feel comfortable with identifying with anything. We don't. How do you identify? All you know is you was the slave, and anything from that. You don't know what language you are, because black. There's no continent called black.
No.
So in all actuality, we're not black people. We have a source where we come from. We have a natural language. We have all these things, but nobody ever says, and we don't really do what I'm learning now at 48, I am 48, is stop taking what people say as at face value and start learning the origin of everything. Like a word, the MF, you know that word?
yeah.
Right. Well,
I'm so guilty.
Do you know what that word originated from?
I know it wasn't from over here.
No, let me tell you, the slave owner, when he made breeding camps. And the breeding camps, he would breed because he wanted to make more slaves. So he would put paper bags over the son and the mother, and that's how that word came to be. So it's an actual word, yeah. And so I started learning about the origin of things.
It actually has a meaning to it.
Yes, and we have to kind of be careful what we take on in our lives.
And you just taught me just by deep. That you just taught me a whole lot. Because
don't use that word no more.
No,
it's
and
heavy.
I do curse. I am
profanity. I got a few good words that I use.
Yeah, but I've never liked that one. I never liked that one.
I'm like, well, why do they say it? And I was doing a documentary and on YouTube, and when he said it, I was like thinking of how many times I thought I was super cool. I was trying to be Grace Jones, and I was all smoking a cigarette and talking.
And that's my girl too.
And just thinking like, man, if I only would have known
what that word
some of the
was.
things that I
now you're gonna make me go home and do some homework.
The origin is the key, especially for us now. There's a big fight in America, and we're all trying to figure out what are everybody fighting about. Let me tell you this: we are the big fuss and fight.
Yeah.
Nobody wants us to know how amazingly wonderful we really are. And women, that's why I took the blonde out. Really, I took the blonde out of my hair as a testimony that I don't want to adopt any more of who another culture is. I want to cultivate my own culture. I wear the dots and all that. And I've always done my own thing, but we have something so great, and everybody is fighting over us. And they got these books, and the books about our history. I tried to buy a book about our culture, and it was $20,000.
No way.
I kid you not. $20,000 to get this simple book about our culture in the 1600s. They won't show it. Now, a lot of the maps that's been that's been created, the earlier maps, which I am a flat earther, so don't be mad at me. I am a flat earther. But a lot of the maps early maps are a lot of the early maps have been destroyed. So if you want to see like the word nigger,
Yeah.
that word did not come from, that word is where we were from, the Niger region. So it's almost right. It's not a derogatory word because that's where we were from. But now it's like a trickadoo where if you say it, the person that's most offended can really identify with it. That's why we give the word so much power.
Yes.
That if you say it now,
Yeah.
it's like
It's
people
an
are
uproar.
like,
It's an uproar.
yeah, but that's the trick. They want you to get, because one guy said it, and I was like, I'm not one. I was from there. I have my ancestors from there, but I don't have to be afraid of that word anymore.
Right.
But just getting back into the origin of things, it will change your life.
And we all need that.
Yeah.
We all need that because there's so much history behind us and it's so much to absorb. We couldn't possibly absorb all this, but we learn something new every day. Talking to someone like you is really refreshing to me.
Thank you, Queen.
And to the audience as well. So I'm really sitting here and taking this all in, and I felt that the moment you walked through the door.
I'm so happy to be here.
When
Thank
I walked
you.
through and I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be this is going to be a really good show. So thank you for coming and
Thank you for
sharing that.
having me.
And
So
we can
let's.
listen all
I want
day.
to also now go into your new CD.
Okay.
She has a new CD coming out, or is it been released?
It was just released in January.
Awesome. And what's the title of your CD?
It's my first CD was Club Crescendo Volume 1. I'm doing odd numbers, and this one is Volume 3. And my main focus now is the preservation of jazz. I wanted to do something great. And I wanted to do something that I could be a grown, sophisticated woman, and I could have intellectual conversations. And I wanted to not have my work as a question. Like my last song, Can't Live Without You. I can't live without your sweet love. Well, actually, that song should not have been written because I can't live without God. That was about a man. And I'm like, well, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm singing to the wrong cat. So that kind of strayed away from it, even though it's a great song. And I wish I could change some of the words just so I could give that homage to God. But the jazz to me is my closest avenue to gospel.
Well, since you said that, why you can't sing to a man?
Well, no, I can. I can sing to a man, and I do. I love my brothers. We got some beautiful brothers. They need us so well. And like that whole thing, I said I denounce independence. I don't need to be independent. A flower can't grow. Nothing can happen independently. Like anything, women be like, I'm independent. I can do what I want to do. Like, do you really want to do this by yourself? I mean, when you really think about it, I
can say no.
I don't.
No.
I need me a
because I have.
No.
Yeah, because I have and have been doing a lot on my own. And it's not easy.
No,
and it's like you riding the ship by yourself.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's like once that ship go under, you don't have no control.
Nope.
Doing it by yourself. You've already sunken.
Yeah.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to, do it alone either.
Yeah.
No.
I couldn't be independent. People still, I really hated the point and of men saying, "Oh, you so independent." I couldn't. My ex-husband used to tell me that.
Yeah, it would.
And it was like every time he said it was like he was hating me more.
Yeah,
of
it's
who
a
I
thing.
am.
Yeah, it's a thing. But they kind of in the 70s. Remember when women were burning their bras and they doing that stuff?
Yeah.
Well, we were just coming out of slavery and everything, so we kind of took on. And not to put the Me Too movement down or anything like that, but I just believe that a lot of that stuff is not our fight. Our fight, we have a different fight because we were hurt in a different way. We can't take on somebody else's fight in America. We gotta get into our own thing. We need to nestle our men. We need to understand each other. We need to get along with our sisters.
And that's how we've been losing ourselves.
Yeah, that's how and that's how they get us. That's how they get us.
That's how we've been losing ourselves.
And so this music with the jazz music that I decided to do, I have won the Detroit Music Awards over 7 times, but I didn't have a jazz CD. it was just based on my spirit and me doing live performances. But I wanted to do jazz, and I wanted to sound pretty and pure
she does.
and innocent.
She does.
Do we have something?
Yes, we do. I would like. She's talked about the Can't Live, and I listened to it, and I just immediately fell in love with it.
It's a beautiful tune.
It is. So
Yeah.
I want you guys to take a listen.
Yeah.
To Sky Covington.
That's the baby
Can't
me.
Live.
Can't
That's the baby
live.
you.
That's the baby girl me.
This is the first. Is this the first one that we have up?
I think so. I'm not sure because I didn't take a look.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna listen to Sky Covington, and this is titled
Can't Live.
Oh, you're making me blush. Oh my goodness.
Can't you see?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm no good
That is so good, beautiful.
without you.
What about that one?
Can you feel
Yeah, that's fire right there.
my heart, my soul, my love? Do you really want to know how every time you're not around, I find it so hard to keep my cool?
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Voice deep inside
Ooh, that's
me
hot.
tell me you're the one.
Woo-hoo.
Do you even notice? Do you understand that I stay up and cry sometimes, praying that you realize what you're searching for is right before your eyes? I can't live without your sweet loving. I can't love without you. I can't breathe 'cause you got me spinning. So won't you love me like a real man is supposed to? What is the meaning of the promises you won't keep? What is the meaning of being my king? Can I do to save you from losing me? What type of woman do you take me for when you know I deserve more? Do you really mean it? When you say that you love me, ooh, love me, ooh, love me. Sometimes you don't call and I miss you. You're my all, and when you're near me, you're the only one I'll ever need. Sometimes I call you, you're never have time to speak, and I'm trying keep this love strong, 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 strong. I'm trying, baby. I'm trying. I can't live without. I'm trying, baby. I can't love without you.
I'ma get her.
I can't breathe.
Look, we are.
Yeah, we the sugar.
We are. That's right.
Not the boo boo.
Right.
So much going on in the world.
No, we don't think we that.
I want a king and I'm the queen, and we can be together, faithful and loyal.
Oh, you like this song?
I just want to feed you with my life,
That's beautiful.
feed you with my love, hold dear to what love is. You feel me, don't you?
Y'all making me love this song
Don't
again.
you?
Feel me, don't you?
You feel me, don't you? Don't you feel me? Oh, 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 oh. near me. You're the only one I'll ever need. Sometimes I miss you. Sometimes you miss me too, and I miss you. You got me spinning, right?
Oh my God, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I love that song. When I first saw, I didn't even listen to the whole
That song
thing.
is fire.
And so much fire. It's the type of song that when you meet someone and you make that immediate connection with someone, and they become that song.
Yeah.
That's what, and I love that song. It's just it tells of certain emotion that.
Yeah.
You know.
You feel me, don't you?
Yeah, I feel you.
That was my favorite part. I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty decent song.
That's
Now, the thing is, that's not
a beautiful
jazz.
song.
That's not a jazz song.
No, it's not.
No.
And it's the steps. It's with jazz. I really fought to do jazz because I knew once I did jazz, I had to really like study and had to be a certain thing. And to be into your as a woman being in your true self, that means that a lot of stuff you can't do no more. Once you say you a jazz musician, to me again it's like gospel music. It's the next best thing.
Yeah.
And to have that intellectual, that real deep, I mean to do that, I had to come out of the BS of myself.
So when you change your genre, you have to change yourself. Is it safe to say that if you want to go into another genre or category of music?
Well, I would say jazz or classical or that sort of thing because soul is easy. Soul is like girlfriend talk.
Right.
Yeah, girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And that
When
can
he was
be
good.
anything.
Yeah, you could just girlfriend talk is like the language we have when we not around our boss. And our, we have one conversation when we're on the phone. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, this is such and such. And then girlfriend talk. Yeah, girl, that was him. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what soul is to me. But and blues is a whole nother graduation because I mean Thornetta Davis and Tasha can sing my black drawers on, but I'm just not that mature. I don't want to talk about my black panties, right? But jazz kind of I feel like I really feel royal as a jazz musician. I feel like
you should.
I got something to say.
You wear it very
finally.
well.
Thank you. I finally.
So we're going to hear that also in a moment because we're going to talk about what's coming up for Sky. She but I've heard Sky do house as well.
Yeah, I do.
So
really?
I'm
Yes.
Nikki O, and I'm actually about to retire from house. Yep.
What?
Yeah, I do. I've been doing house for about 15 years, and I just can't give house I can't give house all of me anymore.
Okay.
Like with house, you gotta strip down. You gotta be naked, I think, when you do house. And I just don't want to give that level of myself to house anymore.
Okay, so was that is the title was that I feel music?
Yeah, I feel music in Harlem.
I love that song. Yes, I love that song.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to do one more jazz CD. I mean, one more house CD, but it's gonna just be just because I never got a chance to do my own. And people call all over the world and they license my music and everything. Yeah. And I not to be bitter with house music, but house music for me, it was like when I was young and I was searching and I had just reared I took everything off and I was like, see me. I'm just not ready to give that level of conversation to the world anymore. Right. That house music conversation. Right. But I know some people like Stephanie Christian and a lot of our women. I can't think of anybody's name right now because Malik Austin and Divinity and Maurice Hurd and Javante and all them, they do it so well that I'm just like, I don't really have the heart to do it anymore. Like, because
and that's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but
That's completely okay.
Mhm. Well, yeah,
So do you know Javon Garrett?
yeah. Javon Garrett was the one who wrote I Feel Music.
Really?
Yep, we did a lot of, we have a lot of house stuff that Javon did, and also he was.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Javon
Yeah.
is going to be at Aretha Jazz Cafe February 26th.
Yes, and I want to see him perform. And if they cancel us on Baker's, I'm going. But Javon was like, I call him my one-shop stop. A lot of the
Wow.
stuff on that Club Crescendo CD Javon wrote.
Really?
Yep, and Javon wrote Low Low Love.
Wow.
Have you heard that one?
I haven't heard
we did
that one yet.
And you got to see me at the Shane Park for the first time, and I did Low Low Love at the end of the
The concert?
yeah.
When
It
are
was-
you performing? What's next for you? When are you performing next?
What's next is Baker's, and then our beautiful sponsor Detroit Hot Radio, which they have
Yes.
adopted us.
Yes.
T. Pablo and Andrea. Our big show is Sunday, the February
February
23rd.
23rd.
We do one big show a month at the Tangent Gallery, and we're doing a big show called the Satin Dial Review.
I may be able to make that.
Yes, and we have
I
tickets
know you can.
too.
Yeah, because I was just, everyone that comes to the Clarissa Yvonne show, I have a unique work schedule.
Okay.
So sometimes I'm not physically nor mentally able
Yeah.
to attend these
I can
functions
dig
and
that.
concerts, but I have to give my support.
When you see this
have
show,
to.
it's
You're going to love it.
I
You are
have
going to love it.
make time and just
Yes.
say, you know what, I got it, because if I'm going to talk about it, I got to be about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to definitely lend you my support.
well, even if you don't make it, I can.
She's going to make it because I'm going to bug her to death.
Yeah, but I do
will.
understand. I do understand that where we all have a level of responsibility. We need you to run your show.
Yes.
And you can, of course, you can't make it. I will bring the show to you if I have to.
Oh, girl, wouldn't I love that?
Yeah.
In bed
We-
and
yes.
everything, steak and eggs and all
Yeah, I
that.
will bring the show to you now. So you just tell me what you need.
I've been quiet because I love your accent. It isn't an accent because it sounds like an accent to me.
Tell
Really?
her from where you're from.
You have an accent.
Really?
Yes, you do.
I'm from the D.
From the D.
I'm from
I
the
always
D.
thought you were somewhere from
I'm
somewhere
from
else.
the D. But I
'Cause
do have
I
roots.
heard it too.
Your speech.
I do have roots from New Orleans and that, but I think what you're hearing is
I'm hearing something.
that it's that love.
That's why I'm so
It's like
quiet.
that
I'm like, I gotta try to figure out,
It's that love. It's the love that I have in my spirit, and I don't know. It comes from y'all. I'm just in love. I'm in love with
You
just.
totally glow. You totally glow, and your intellect is like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm not gonna even cuss. I can't cuss in front of her. What? I can't. I'm like, should I? I'm like, no, I don't think I should. Because you just have this just enormous presence.
Oh,
in
thank
in
you,
this
Queen. That
room.
means
And
so
it
much to me.
It's like you're teaching me. I don't be quiet. I ain't quiet in front of
You been a
people.
teacher?
Well,
I'm
yeah,
quiet.
I've been a teacher in some instances, but mostly I just want to just do it the right way this time. Yeah.
What can you teach us black women that struggle with other black women on a daily basis,
Yeah.
whether it's at work, especially at work?
Yeah.
I mean, any job, because
Yeah.
that's where we see each other. That's our second home is work.
Yeah.
And we get so much of this.
Yeah.
It's like that magnetic field that's in between
Yeah.
black women, and it just won't close. It's just that what can we learn? What can we learn from each other before
Yeah.
we just assume that I don't like her?
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of people
I
that
get
I've
that,
looked at and
yeah.
like, I don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't like her. I just don't like her.
Yeah, we did. They did that to us. They a lot of what we suffer from is like, what is it? PS
P.S.
post traumatic stress
Post-traumatic
syndrome.
stress disorder.
and
PTSD.
disorder, and a lot, and I had to I've lived a very courageous life. I've been all type of things, but I had to learn early on how to move. Being on my own at 15, I had to learn to get along with people.
Right.
And I still suffer from a little bit of what society has put on us, because they've
done a lot.
They've always put us against each other. They
Yes.
don't want us to have husbands in the household.
No.
They want us to be against each other. So what I've learned to do is I tell my nieces and my sisters and all this, sometimes you have to treat people like they don't know
any better.
And outside of that, we have to automatically just, no matter how you are, I'm going to love you. And you've seen me do this, because it's hard. It's hard
Very
when people
hard,
they come to me. People come to me and they was
very
like,
hard.
I thought you was. I heard about you. I thought you was this, and you came over and you made me tea. I said no.
How
Whatever.
ignorant.
No, it's not even really. It's not. It's that. We don't when a flower is beautiful, we don't want to call it beautiful. We tend to not want to call it what it is, because it's like, you know that song, my things are bring all the boys in the yard.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
like, we live that theme in our head that everything like your set is better than my set, or
Right.
but the best advice I can give is that we have to just automatically treat each other well. That's what we have to do. No matter how, like, one thing that I had to do, you know why I started calling people queen? Because I never heard it. And I didn't I always wanted
never
to,
heard it.
But
until
does
I
everyone
met
deserve
her.
to be called the queen?
Right, but this is the thing. I used to because I was dark skinned, and I used to have short hair, and I used to start writing the dots on my head, because it began a canvas, because it's like, oh, you dark skinned, your whole forehead big. I said, I'm gonna just start doing art on it.
Wow.
And I'm gonna start like doing, like, you gotta be like this
All the time.
with people, but with our sisters, because I just used to say queen and beautiful, and one day people just started calling me that. It took about 7 years for me to get it back, literally. And one day I was feeling so down and so ugly and so tired, and somebody came up to me and they tried to beat me to it. They was like, "Hey, beautiful," and I was like, "Ooh," and it just filled my whole spirit
because
up.
of what came from
Yes,
here.
we like, sometimes women, we automatically don't like each other. That's only because that's what we are. And if I can say this, because you said we could talk candidly, we
Yes.
live in the land of our oppressor. So how are we going to get along with each other when we live in a land? And that's when some people fight, and it was like, well, we should get this. We should get certain rights, and we should get this. I'm like, please don't get it twisted. We live in the land of our oppressor. So with that being said, it's not a bad thing. It's just the truth. These people were a certain. Okay.
I can't believe how quickly the time is going, because
How much time we got?
we need another hour with you. Because
Is
there's
it almost
something.
gone already?
It's almost. I know we have like 2 more videos, and I do want to speak about.
the satin down review.
Okay. Because y'all know don't
and
tell me I could talk about anything, because you already know.
Yeah.
But I just want to just say one thing, and I'm just saying that to say, so we have to watch what we see on TV is what I'm saying, because a lot of times it's not what it is on TV. The reality shows and stuff, that's not really real life.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. So
It's entertainment.
Yeah. Sometimes.
And that's where we have to keep it. We have to lock it in as
exactly.
entertainment.
That's what
it's
I'm
not
saying as far as
fulfilling
that. Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. We just gotta just love each other, and no matter what we see and no matter what they say, I'm still gonna love you. Cause look at you. You're amazingly beautiful. You have your show. Look at Andrea. Look at us. We are doing something for the community. How could I not love you? How could I
Absolutely.
not love my sisters? How could I not feel yours, what you are? How can we not love each other, knowing our history, knowing what we have gone through in the past, knowing that we need each other, knowing that it's hard out here, knowing that people have gotten away from the word.
Real quick,
Yeah.
what would you say to Gayle King?
I would say to Gayle King,
Yeah,
Oh.
Gayle King. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Well, I would. I mean, Gayle King and Oprah is a thing. They work for a thing.
They have a job to do.
But more so than that, they have always done that.
Yes.
What they did, they have always done it. What I would say to the people that feel that they can check her is that check yourself first. What do you call it? What is your rhythm with the universe? How do you deal with women? You know, you can only defend something if that's what you do in your life. If that your life is defending your culture and your background is defending. But if you're a pimp and all of these things, you don't get sensitive now, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad now. It's unfortunate that Gayle King and Oprah, that they have a job to do, and as it relates to the living with the. And I don't mean to put America down in that sense of the oppressor. That's not what I'm trying to do. But we work for a thing or a corporation, I'll say, more than an oppressor. I'll call it a corporation. And that corporation has to pump out what it has to pump out. So if you play that game, that's what they're doing.
And you know what? It's been so much reviews on it, and I said I was going to speak about it, but very little.
Yeah.
And I was just going to just share my opinion on the Gayle King, Lisa Leslie interview. She has a job to do. We get that.
Yeah.
You're a journalist. We get that also. But at the same time, your job description does not list integrity. And that's disturbing. It really is, because anytime you can ask a question. That's your job, is to ask a question. But when you ask a question and you follow it up with it was almost personal. I don't know if it was personal.
Opinion.
Do you think it was personal?
It sounded personal to me.
When she followed up and said, well, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
As his friend, you wouldn't see it. To me, that's very personal. When she asked Lisa Leslie the question about have she seen that type of behavior in Kobe Bryant, which of course the world knows that him and his daughter passed in the helicopter crash. So when I heard that, who am I to tell her how to do her job? But it would have made a little bit more sense had she followed it up and said, you wouldn't see it as a friend, but since you were there, how did he overcome it?
Yeah.
How did he get through it?
Yeah.
Did he find peace in it? See, if you had added something a little bit more, then maybe it would have softened the blow a little bit, even though people still would have been confused about why would you ask a question at such an untimely moment in his family's life. That was my whole thing about it. But even her having a job to do makes me look at her differently as a person.
Well, look at the origin again. That's what a lot of us, if we how if one of our guys, one of our people, or somebody says something now, they get the endorsements taken away and all these certain things. But we were talking earlier about look at the origin of things, because if you look at the origin of the TV stations and all the stuff, how they did things in the 50s and the 60s, you will find that her questioning was just
normal.
It was normal because that's what that origin of that TV station, that's what they do. They ask those.
Well, guess what? Times have changed. And it's like this when that's this origin, they need to think about it. If they pushing her to do this, they can still hurt themselves.
Well, the thing of it is some stations some stations will never hurt themselves. We're in the thing. We're in the thing that we think has changed, but it's just been camouflaged with something else. So and now we have social media that everybody is a journalist now. So you got people scratching their butt and on, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know how the keys on their computer look. You know what I mean? Because you don't know where they came from, who they did murder or whatever. But these are the people that get to say what she did was wrong or right. But if you look at her, how she's been doing it, when she did the R. Kelly thing, everybody was championing her, and she was the one. And the thing of it is, if you're not gonna do if you're not going to be consistent with everyone, then people will question it. But
Absolutely.
But again, who is kind of like a thing where she's working on the people that's kind of under attack, and it's a rule that if you run in this thing, you can't do that to certain people. It's just it's a law, and it's a quiet law.
Because if I interviewed her, I would ask her, well, is it true about what Monique said about Oprah?
What did Monique say?
Well, she said a lot.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it true about what she said about your friend? How would you take that?
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to be like, I know this is my job. I know this is what I have to do. But would I be ready if somebody was to come at me with something like that?
Yeah, it's a book though. Yeah.
But you know what? Enough about Gayle King, because she already know. I'm going to give her a call. I'm going to tell her about herself. Anyway. But anyway, we got 2 more videos of you. And
we doing videos?
You doing the satin down review of Billie Holiday.
Oh my goodness.
Can we show that?
Yeah, one moment. I want to just give everyone to know February 23rd. Her, along with 3 other ladies, Faye Bradford, Shelly Kay, and Nina Simone Neal, starting in the Satin Down Review as Billie Holiday, Donna Washington, Nina Simone, and who else did I miss?
And then we always have my sweetheart, Love Williams. She's my one of my mentees. She always opens the show.
She's that's my mentor.
I love her.
Yes, Love. Hi, Love.
Well, we got 8 minutes, so can we see one of them?
Yeah, just let's give them a little taste of the show, and there's going to be a trivia question afterwards for a pair of tickets.
This was the quickest hour I have ever had in my life.
Oh, I'm sad.
All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness, I love this show. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I transform.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them.
Amazing.
Take my arms out, never use them. Your goodbye, stop me with eyes that cry. How can I go on here without you? You took the part that once was mine, so why not take all of me?
That's Jimmy Blues on Kings. Abraham Jones.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you will be fairly entertained.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That was good stuff.
That is
So
darn
that
good
is
stuff.
what that you will see February 23rd at the Tangent Gallery.
Why you looking directly at me? Because she's like, she looking like, you better be there. Like,
Yeah, you
she, see how she jeering at me? Like, okay.
Remember this back in the day?
Yeah, at 3 o'clock.
I'm gonna get you after school. Oh my goodness, this has been a great
this
show.
has been so. I mean, it's gone
because
too fast.
it's
I
been
can't
so much.
believe it.
I know.
Yeah.
But we want to give away a pair of tickets today.
Okay.
So, all right, I need to see the phone ring for those tickets.
Yeah, ring.
Please call us
Yeah.
248-951-8950 and get tickets to see
Yeah.
Sky Covington. The sky is the limit.
I can
Covington.
throw a CD in with the tickets.
I'm sure they would enjoy that.
That would be cool.
And then we'll be at Will Call, just coming out and have some fun with us.
Yeah.
February 23rd at the Tangent Gallery.
Mm.
It's going to be really, really nice. Yeah, I looked at you because you need to be there.
Yeah.
I
to
do.
really learn to enjoy something and
I
have
do.
the taste of the live entertainment that I get to enjoy.
We're gonna have to
And I
squeeze
don't
all
enjoy
in
it
here.
enough.
We're gonna have to squeeze in here.
Well,
Three
you know
of us
what?
in the van.
Speaking of that, we
yeah.
have a bigger room
Okay.
that's under construction.
Okay, because we can
Can't
bring it
wait.
here
So
now.
we're gonna
Look.
that's gonna be the party podcast room next door, right next door to this room right here. So that
Much
means you're
love
gonna have
to
to
you,
come
Shelly
back.
K.
I would love to come back. I love this show. I had so much fun. I always get so nervous because I do have a lot to say.
Well, that's why when guests come see, I want it to really be about them. I want it to be about them. I want you to tell your story. I want people to know who you are and your soul and feel your energy through the camera.
Yeah.
So, and I think Andrea
Can you
has
feel
a
my
lot to
soul,
do.
everybody, through the camera?
Of course,
Is
they
it
can.
is it pulsating?
Yeah.
I can feel the soul is in the souls in here is pretty unique and beautiful.
2 minutes.
It's like ooh.
Last words.
I would just like to say to our queens, let's just do better with loving our men and just loving our men, and let's stop talking about.
You know what? I
me.
want you to come back. I want
Yeah.
you to come back for that. We do,
Yeah,
and
let's
I'm
just do a
just
little
as
better.
guilty. We
But-
do
but
have
you
to
know
learn
what?
to love our men,
And it's
We
not
do.
about us all the time. It's okay for it not to be about you. All that I
No.
love myself, just put that to the side.
Yeah, no, because you know
God
what? If
did-
you can't love, it's just if you can't love them, you make it hard to love them. If you can't love yourself,
Yeah,
you got
but
to love
loving yourself, yeah,
first.
it's beginning to be a little too much vanity
Yeah.
going
That's
on.
because they don't know what to
It's
do
getting
with
ridiculous.
it. They
It's like-
they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that all
Because
that
now
love.
it's loving myself is turning into screw everybody
Yeah,
else.
Exactly.
Right.
We need to do better.
And we don't need
Right.
that to go that way.
No.
Right.
Because you can still love yourself and have that spirit
Exactly.
and love
Yeah,
everybody. But
let's
we
just-
do
yeah.
need to love
Yeah.
our men more because I think a lot of them has given up on us, to be honest with
well,
you.
even loving them as far as just giving them a kind word and just not always trying to be the man. You know, that whole man thing. Let's just be women. Put a dress on. Don't wear so many pants. Put a little dress on.
You'd be
cute.
amazed for the last week how many men I have greeted. They come in out in the store and go out the store. But when you tell them to have a good day,
Yes.
the look on their
yes.
face, it really makes them feel good.
It sure does.
Well, you know what, my brothers, I know you probably feel a lot of us sisters just attack you on everything. And I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for myself. I have to be held accountable
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
And
That's so beautiful.
Yes,
Say
she
it, sister.
does.
And-
Oh, that's so,
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
that's
and
so
I have to be
beautiful.
held accountable as well. And I apologize in advance. I want my brothers to succeed and do well.
That's
and don't be
powerful.
afraid to talk to your sister, cry on a sister's
Yes.
shoulder, because that's what our shoulders are
That's
for.
what
Even
they
though we
for.
may not voice it, it may not make you feel that way. We love you.
Oh, we love you, brothers. We love you,
We love
Detroit.
you.
This was so fun.
This Queen and Angel will be back. We're going to get into the podcast a little bit more times a month, everyone. Like I said, we have a room that's under construction. Please give a shout out or give a hand to Sky and Andrea and your girl Clarissa Yvonne. You all have a good night. We love you. Kiss.
Mwah. Outstanding.
Woo, woo,
Oh
woo,
my goodness.
woo,
That was
woo,
so
woo,
good.
woo.
That was so good. I have never enjoyed a show. Oh my goodness. Was that
Everybody
good?
says that.
It was so good.
That's why this girl right here. Oh